Hello, everyone. Hello, Annette. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Are you all right, John?
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep.
I'll do a bit of sharing while we're.
Yeah, we're just doing a bit of sharing. If anyone joins in, please say hello.
Oh, the sharing bloody thing's got it. It's only letting me have bloody a couple.
Oh, yeah, it does that.
Yeah, if it's done on the PC, it seems to give you more.
Yeah.
If it's done on your phone, it doesn't.
Yeah. And let us know where you're seeing this live from. Should be over at Shadow and Light, shouldn't it, Annette?
Yeah. Oh, Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hi, Eric. How you doing?
That's as many shares as we can get on it, unfortunately, without me coming off this. Anyway, I'd like to introduce you to John Williams, and he's from Redridge X.
Yep, it is. Yep.
And we got together in the week and decided to do it for collab, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've known each other for a while, haven't we?
Oh yeah, well, we've done a few lives together as well, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. And
John, well, they know everything about me, so
yeah,
tell them a bit more about you.
Yeah, definitely. No, where is the live?
It is on. If you go to Simply Spooker.
Right, okay. I'll do that.
Can you see it?
Is it coming?
See, we're supposed to be on Things Network as well, but we're not getting it.
There we go. Lovely.
Not gone into Things Network, so we'll have to sort that out.
That's great. Yeah, it's great. One of the great things is when you can see comments and interact with people and things like that. So yeah, hi Eric, how you doing? So yeah, my name's John Williams. We started Redridge. It started in '97, just as a journal for asking questions. Really, questions like I've always thought of: why are we here? I've always thought these things. Why are we here? What's point? I've always asked them questions, and I got into electronics and AI and things like that in '97. Obviously, AI weren't as good then. So I went to a university to check AI out, weren't impressed. So I went to look at what makes humans so illogical. We're not logical. We do some really weird things. And that's what made me look at faiths, different faiths. I started looking into voodoo, all sorts. I've been in a witch's coven, all sorts of things, alongside with my brother Philip. You know Philip. So that's what we've done. We've looked at a lot of questions. So yeah, Redridge. It's basically named after the village where I live. It's a ridge, and it's named after red, so it's Redridge, and it is as simple as that. But yeah, I was 16 when we first started.
16.
So yeah. If I was 16, then my brother were 12. He just used to knock around looking for things at night, I guess. We a really simple camera. It were a film camera at first, and then the really basic digital ones. So, I mean, difference there is massive. And mobile phones were just coming out. They were just text screens, text and phone calls. So, we started with a camera and a pendulum, basically.
Yeah, well, that's generally how people start out at first. They only a few bits and bats, don't they, at first? It's not.
Yeah. The thing is, we had some great results. We had some real things.
Yeah.
So it's I wouldn't say adding more technologies made it better. These are a few things a few things have stood out actually. Some results I've got through ITC, and I know some people have got all different opinions on it, but when you're clearly hearing something this quite a lot in just one location, and then when you've dealt with something and asked the right question, you've not heard it ever again, playing same software. Strange result, that's all. So and it made sense as well. Hi Rita, how you doing? So yeah, it's let us know anyway in chat what you think to ITC. Is it a thing for? Does it help paranormal investigations? I don't. And there's different types as well. There's ones what read airwaves in the location you're at, and then there's ones what work off software. William, is that a picture of John D? Or not? Yeah, I like greetings. It reminds me of John D. But so yeah, and we've worked alongside quite a few people as well.
Yeah, Eric said he's found an awesome app for the computer.
Yeah, that's it. I think as well. I mean,
hello, Charles.
Hi, Charles. How you doing? We use the first one we used were Afterlight, the Afterlight app for the laptop. And when I were with Lee and a couple of other people, what we're looking into a particular debug box, one that I've not seen one like it since, to be fair. We kept getting the word flash constantly, and we started looking into different things, reading Hebrew on the box, and it led to one subject, and then after that, once we figured out that word disappeared. We didn't get it, and flash, it just kept coming up with flash, and it led us to Jesus Christ Ascension. As soon as we hit that and talked about it, it kind of just disappeared. So it's a interesting observation, and you can met with that what you want kind of thing.
That's
so
weird.
Yeah, and I found that on a few things with investigations we've done. How about you, Annette? How do you find it, the ITC?
Do you know what? I've not even touched it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched it yet. I mean, it comes up on everything, doesn't it? But I thought, no, I'll stay away from that from now on. But maybe I might start having a fiddle around with it. You never know.
Yeah, definitely.
Liking it. Hello, Noreen.
Hi, Noreen. How you doing? There's a few names there what I've seen, and they've probably seen me doing investigations over time, because I've always done them in day and night as well. So I think you can get. I've had some great results and times in day.
Yeah, I've seen a load of yours of what you've been doing in the day.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some locations where you miss a lot because it's dark. Well, obviously, because it's dark. So you're shining your torch in that direction, you might have missed a little cave over there. So sometimes when we used to go live in dark, we'd turn up a couple of hours earlier to just have a look round in day.
Yeah.
You know, just, what is the, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what you're better off doing, isn't it? And you can see
where you
go, can't you? You can figure out, pick things up. You're going to know where to put it, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Let us know in comments what you think to ITC. It's I think it's an interesting thing. But we were just talking before we went live, didn't we, Annette? There's different types of divination.
Oh yeah.
pendulum,
Unbelievable.
Ouija boards, many things like that. So yeah, but yeah, you can find me over at Red Ridge. Over at Red Ridge and on TikTok, on Facebook. But yeah, we also do investigations with Ghost of Britain, with Lee Steer as well. Live very local, and kind of started. We all started in 97, 98 kind of time. So yeah, so
Some time, that isn't it?
yeah, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been times where we haven't done anything for a while.
Yeah. I think everyone does that, don't they? They sort of back off for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but not many. There's not many days that go by where I'm not looking into something, or maybe like researching in certain subjects or occult, things like that. Because I'm always after answers. I've always got my own questions.
That's something that we can cover because I'm sort of I was drawn in that direction anyway. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, with myself, it's not much practicing these things. It's just having questions and looking for answers. Nice one, Charles. When I meditate, I learn a lot about myself and try and understand.
Yeah.
Oh, so you had a near-death experience? Yeah. See, like meditation, that's amazing because I had an issue with stress, and NHS gave me a CD with whales and dolphins. Sounds. It did nothing but wind me up, so that got through. Yeah.
It's supposed to calm you down.
Yeah, it don't calm me down. That I found it irritating. No, it might work for a lot of people, so try it, but it didn't work for me. So I thought to myself, who knows how to do that better than Buddhists? So I went to a Buddhist temple, and we spent weekend there, and we go up every now and again. And there were a Buddhist Lama there at the time, Lama Rosa. He's worth looking up. It's like superhuman stuff. And he showed us how to meditate properly. So it's like, there's all different types of meditation, but he showed me how to meditate better than the way that we're doing it. So that's why I said properly. And yeah, that really worked, and it still does.
Eric says it must have been about ITC. The one I have doesn't spit out random words, doesn't even have a word bank, completely on an algorithm.
Yeah, that's interesting. That. Yeah, I mean, if you want to share a name of that, what that is, by all means, that'd be very interesting. Yeah,
we can look it up.
You see, I get what you're saying with the word bank, because
I don't trust word banks. When I think it's just
at the same time, if it's done where there's a word bank and it's chopped up to a point where we're talking milliseconds, it shouldn't make a sentence or a word, really. Law of averages would state at some point it would come out with a word, but I get it. If it ain't got that word bank anyway, then it's interesting.
Yeah, I've looked with names to certain people, and I mean we're not talking about your obvious names. We're talking about old, and it's popped up from the box.
Right. Yeah,
I'm not talking about like names like John, Paul, stuff like that. It was like Eliza and stuff like Eleanor, all things like that.
Yeah, like
and they've bobbed up. Oh, Eric said that's called Plasma Box.
Ah, right. Thank you. Plasma Box.
You can look at
I don't know about that, so I will check that out. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, something with so many vowels in like that, it's should be odd for that to happen.
Yeah.
But it's you can find me over on Redridge and that, and I'll be here as well. We are net.
Yeah, because I'll put your I'll stick your logo up as well.
Oh no, that's sound.
Use the two logos, can't
Yeah. I mean, around this time of year, and this is when sometimes it's hard for me to find a set time to go out. But I live just down the road from Uber stand, where it's at night it's pitch black. You're in woods. I don't have a torch. I haven't got a torch, but when I go out walking in woods at night, I don't use one. I just go by night vision. I must apologise to people that I come across. I come walking out of woods, and there might be a group of people chatting away, and they just see me coming out of woods, and they're like, "Whoa, what's this guy up to?" We're like, "Yeah." I've made them jump a few times. Like, yeah, I don't use a torch. It comes with its dangers though. At the same time,
I can remember watching one of your lives where your filth didn't he fall into a swamp thing?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. We've fallen through floors, walls. We've fallen into swamps, bushes, you name it. It's happened at some point. Do you know what? Some best stuff is never captured. This one I wouldn't say is best, just for when Arthur watches this back. She's out at the moment. Because you can also find us at DNTV. With Drew, and Drew's up at the moment, and Arthur's with him. When he watches this back, this wasn't the best time. I just want to make sure I say that. But looking back at it, I think he'd even laugh. We went to have a look at this stone circle, and it's really remote in Peak District, and it's surrounded in just bogs, and it was summer. We're walking away, and it's like, when it's squelchy under your foot, but you don't think it's going to be a problem. You just think it's squelchy, it's bad. Yeah, it's getting a bit. His feet's getting mucky at this point. And then all of a sudden you're thinking, right, why am I falling into the ground? But you carry on walking, and then next minute you've walked into a bog, and we were literally knee deep, and we're having to pull his legs up, and we're running out of energy. Phil, he's up to waist at this point. We had to try and pull him out, but we're making us sink, and it got to a point where we were all exhausted. There were three of us, right? The public footpath were about 100 yards away, and people walking, looking at us, going, "What they're doing? Why are they going through all this sinking? We're here on a nice concrete path, and we were there like one tail. We just want to get to a concrete path." And Phil came out with these exact words: "Just leave me, guys. I'm done." He's sinking at this point. Like, he's just going under, and he's like, "Just leave me, guys. I'm done." I'm like, it's 12 o'clock in day, mate. There's a concrete path there. We just need to get to it. But when you're in a bog, it's a lot harder than what you think. So we started using his heads and like laying down on ground and pulling him flat. Spreading his weight out, and we managed to survive. But it were actually. It's a shame we can't get the bloopers, though, isn't it? Really, because it's absolutely hilarious.
No one ever gets them, do they?
I swear, if I were recording it at that time, I think our Phil would have smashed it up. Because by the time we got out as well, we're all filthy, and he hates being filthy and going in car. We had a few bottles of water, and we're there trying to squeeze, wash yourselves, all mud off. Yeah, and it stunk as well. So yeah, I mean, all we've got from that as well is a photo of the stone circle, and a video recording of us doing ITC. So there's no video of what we. It's a wonder no one videoed it from Path. To be fair, look at these three. What they're doing. We nearly had an head-on collision with a tractor on a single lane. We were looking for a remains of a lost medieval village over near Leeds. Eric Thompson sounds like a fun day to me. Do you know what? It is. It's just in that time, it was just awful. We're head-on collisions. We've had all sorts. So also, there's a danger at walking at night. I've had this a couple of times. People hunt at night.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And a bullet went whizzing past me, and I got onto the floor, and then I got my torch on my phone. I put it up in the air and go, guys, I'm here. And then I indicated I was there, and then they stopped. I'm like, oh. I nearly got hit.
It's possible, isn't it, at night doing stuff?
Yeah. I should listen when people say the same. Yeah, just John, think about this. Think about this.
I think the worst thing that happened to me is when me and Lynn went out, and we planned to go back to this like little cave thing that we've been to. Brilliant! I'll send you some pictures of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we decided to go at night. Well, obviously we had our boots on, and it was muddy as hell. Walking along, and we heard moo. Well, she doesn't like cows for starters, so I said to her, "Well, just if we come across them, just don't run." Don't shout and don't run. So walking along, she shines a torch, and there they all are in front of us. So what?
Yeah.
Start shouting, but you did run.
And running. And the curious things, aren't they?
They follow you, don't they? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, best one I did when it came to it were an herd of cows. It were in day. And when they're near us, there's Wentworth House, and it's got you're walking into the field, and it's got those cow grids on the floor. So you're walking into their territory, big herd of cows. Anyway, we're walking towards it, and I'll just say how I see it. There was this blonde lady stood there with a dog, surrounded by a herd of cows, and she don't know what to do. A fella's on the other side, he don't know what to do. So I'm walking up, I thought, save day kind of thing. Walk over. I said, what's the cow were nose to nose with dog. That's where curiosity were. So I don't know. I just thought I'll be able to do this. Hi Robert, how you doing? I just patted the one cow and moved it with my arm like that, and they all started doing the same thing. But me there trying to save day, I'm then surrounded by just an herd of cows moving really quickly near me and like bumping into me, and it's like my heart were racing at this point because I thought you could get. I could have got squashed.
I must admit, I don't like them. I don't.
Yeah. There's another story about cows. I'm just not going to tell it because it's weird. But with that one, I moved the herd of cows, and it were. Now that's going to sound stranger, so I might as well tell the story now. I went to Wentworth one of the days, and there's a great pub
We got drunk. So I'm walking home. It's about 5 miles, and I'm in field. I turned round and there's a cow laid right behind me because I sat down because I was drunk. I turned around, cow sat down behind me. So I thought, oh, fair enough. So I leant my head on it and fell asleep. And then my mate walked up and took a picture of me. It's out there somewhere. It's just me leaned on a cow out of sleep. So yeah, strange things happen. But yeah, it's you end up in some spots, don't you? You end up in some spots. So Annette, when it comes to paranormal, what subjects would you? Me, I don't disclude anything. You see, it's like some might say UFOs aren't part of the paranormal field. Cryptology, I'll call it. That's not part of the paranormal field. That kind of thing. I just think it is.
I think everything is because it's unknown.
I'll put history in there. Yeah.
Anything that's unknown.
Yeah.
It's not normal, so therefore.
It's paranormal for me. Yeah.
Normal,
yeah.
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 Yeah. Really, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm good. I'm happy if you are happy to cover more subjects. Really.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially, and I like history as well. I mean, it's actually I go to some spots. It don't matter if I catch anything or not or find anything. I like the history.
The history. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you get nothing. You can look up the history. Well, I'm really interested in history. I was open.
In what, sir?
History. We always have been.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, recently they found a site connected to King Arthur's legend. They're saying now, looking at it properly, it's actually 4,000 years old. I mean, that's pretty good. 4,000 years old in this country. That's pretty good. And then there's Stonehenge, which that gets a lot of exposure. There's also Thornbury in North, less talked about, but probably more important. There's 3 Henges. It's more accurate to Orion's belt than anywhere else on planet. They did a really good job. It's older than pyramids. And I think it's the world's oldest triple henge man-made like earthwork. So, but no one really talks about that Thornbury Henge that much. We went up to a few years ago. We went up to visit, and the farmer went, "Yeah, you can go on, right? But it's guarded by bulls." And they had these massive horns. We sat at fence. We had his dinner. We waited for them to move. They moved. We went on, and then 2 of them out at lot just turned up to like basically check us out. We left. Not tackling them things. But it's a really nice place. Peaceful. Yeah, amazing. Have you ever been to Stonehenge?
I haven't. No.
No, I've been once.
I want to do.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll do it. That's something that's on the card.
Yeah, and if you go on a solstice, I did. I've been once. There's a Shakti choir. They dress in red gowns.
Right.
Yeah, it's really good to experience. But it's nice seeing sun come up.
Yeah.
I remember being awake about 48 hours that day. Those days, yeah. From waking up, traveling, being there, staying awake, traveling back. Oh, yeah, that were heavy.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It kills you, doesn't it? You're half dead, aren't you, the day after?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You've
Yeah.
ever been on them, doing late night breathing investigations and stuff. You're absolutely dead the next day.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced like having a period of insomnia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had that for quite a while, and so when I do have not much sleep for one night, I can burn through that next day now. But I try my best. I even fell asleep before this live just to catch up from other day.
Yeah. Well, if it does catch it up, doesn't it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always said the same thing. When me and my partner that passed away, we actually went to bed at 11 o'clock one night and woke up 11 o'clock the next.
Whoa. Yeah.
What the hell?
Do you know what? Yeah. I've heard of this. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
if it'd been one of us, yeah, we were gobsmacked.
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen?
Yeah. That's. Did you
Someone
feel good?
like, gas or something in the house? No, it wasn't.
It weren't carbon monoxide. What did you feel good after that sleep?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Weird. Absolutely. But you always think, where the hell did that time go?
Oh yeah.
You never forget that missing time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can remember having 14 hours sleep.
It won't happen because sometimes we do.
Yeah. That's a special amount of time. That.
Too much damn time, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So, when it comes to paranormal, do you watch horror movies, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, I watch horror movies. Yeah, I mean, there's a few programs that I do watch, but I'm not all of them, obviously, because you'd be there all the time. It's all you'd ever do. I mean, there are other things that I watch as well. I like history stuff and stuff like that. It's not just limited thing.
Yeah, I mean, people watching, let us know if you like horror films, which one's your favourites. Because I mean, it's something we could look at. When new films come out, because a lot of them are inspired by true events, or they're inspired by events, and they've built off it. Like Pet Sematary, things like that. They've come from somewhere in these people's minds. They've put it together from something. And usually when you look at it, because I always think, what are you thinking? It's interesting, like some stuff, what's happened. And then they've just they've changed it to make the film, obviously. I was saying before live, Freddy Krueger, with Wes Craven.
Oh, here's a good one. Yeah. Noreen and someone goes, yeah, Noreen. She's at the back of me over here. She snores like. Can you not hear her, John?
Oh yeah. Do you know what? I thought I heard some of that, but I weren't sure.
Yeah. It's a little pug that I took in.
It's atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah. Noreen said she thought she was in. No, you're not.
Yeah. But
Even loud enough.
It shows you though as well. People pick things up on lives. I mean, we've done lives with ITC, and you're thinking about loads of things at the time, and you miss things. But because of people watching and commenting, they catch so much that you miss. I love it. Serious.
Oh, yeah. We'll be all right as long as she doesn't fart. We don't want that.
But yeah, yeah, we haven't got any pets at the moment. So
Well, I just took her in because they were getting rid of her, and
yeah,
when basically says we were going to fling it out.
yeah. My problem is I like big dogs.
Well, do you know what? I've never had a little dog. Never.
Yeah.
My old American bulldog. She died only a couple of months.
Right, yeah.
17 her.
17. That's good.
A couple of weeks. She's not young though. She's about 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like small dogs as well, but yeah, I like Rottweilers. I like
Big ones, yeah.
don't go blaming the poor dog.
Frank's no on it.
Yeah, I love big dogs. I mean, daughter, she thought she liked small dogs, and she kind of always kept a distance from bigger dogs. And then one day I went in park, and I'm like, "Where is she?" And she's talking to this woman. She sat down, and there's this big English bull mastiff, and she sat there like that, stroking it. And the next minute, she's playing with it. I'm just stood there. I'm like, all right, Darcy. She went, yeah, this dog's amazing. It stood up. It was like one of them mini pony things, and I'm like, yeah. She found that big dogs were fine. But yeah, first time, and it were some of that big. But yeah, I do look forward to subjects that we're going to cover.
Oh yeah, I'd like to do some listings of stuff to cover. Well, we've got one for next week, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a good one. Then we'll just work on a few more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'll look at getting maybe some guests on as well.
Yep. Yeah, that guests will be good. And also, if there's something you want us to look into, in comments, yeah, just let us know. I mean, sometimes even if it's being covered, you might get different answers. You always get different answers from different people. So,
come at a different direction, don't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So many directions that you can come from. It's
yeah. So when people ask what is the paranormal to us, for me, it's if it can't be explained naturally or scientifically, maybe, mostly naturally, then to me it's just paranormal. So that's how I look at it. Some people might disclude certain subjects, fair enough, but yeah, if it's in normal, then it's paranormal.
I mean, everyone have their own opinion, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. But when it comes to things like demons, though, as well, that would be a good one to look at, because the word demon, it's just really, it goes all the way back to a word for spirit of any kind, good or bad.
Yeah,
it got to Greek language, and it became mostly just malevolent, bad spirits. In Western, we use the word now for anything that works towards bad. So some people are just demonic because what they're doing, it'll not make anything good happen. It's just going bad. That's a demonic behavior. And then you've got demonic things in your mind. So it's like a demon, drinking, whatever, So a troll on internet's demonic.
That's it, John. You have different people watching at different times with different experiences, so it's always good to.
Yeah, definitely, Noreen. Yeah. But yeah, trolls on a troll on Twitter, for instance. You could see that as a demonic
entity. Yeah, it's got a fake name, a fake picture, and all it's doing is abusing. That's just demonic behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's what you want, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Different people, different ideas. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Plus, it also you can come up with this is a way you come up with ideas from as well. People put things in and you just go in a different direction with it, and that's where things get better at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. And then we'll have to have a look at some as well. Where today we went to Coningsby Castle, so showing pictures of where we've gone as well. That'll be good because some people live in places where a place that's obvious to you might not be known to a lot of people. You know, because you don't know what to look for if you don't know it's there. So
They're going to put your pictures up on your.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share some to you, and then you can. Yeah, we'll deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, and then it's also good to look at the amount of things that we like when things happen, and we go, oh, well, we can explain that away. Just because you can explain it away doesn't mean you should. Because
Thanks, Rita.
Yeah, thanks, Rita. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like people are good to just explain things away. But what if something's trying to communicate using things that could naturally occur? Because that's the only thing they've got to play with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of evidence, I think, that's just being lost.
No, definitely. Yeah.
By people just going...
Smallish things are overlooked, aren't they? You're not looking for.
Yeah. Like, oh, that tap, it could have been a pipe. Yeah, but it could have also been something hitting the pipe, and you're just brushing it away. So I think it's good to it's best way to add it all up and look at it in context.
Yeah,
kind of thing. It's like that. If you get a load of coincidences happening all at once, there's something behind it. Well,
you can't ignore it, can you?
No.
I mean, if one thing happens once, you can think, well, nah. But if it's happening 2 times, 3 times, then you can't, can you? I mean, if you know it's definitely not, so like you said, a pipe or something like that, if you definitely know, then what is it?
Yeah. I mean,
that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen something. I've videoed on CCTV at a location, something normal happening, like this piece of tape getting dragged off a wall. Now it looked like it got dragged, but let's say we just put it down to it fell off the wall. But as it happened, and then 3 bangs on wall. It was strange at the time as well because there were weird noises in the background. Any one of those things by themselves, I'd strange, but I'll just pass that one off. But it happened all at once, and I'm like, right, what's going on here? You know, why is there something hitting a wall 3 times? Strange, like muffled growly noise in background, and then tape just getting dragged off the wall.
Oh no, it's put together. That I think.
Yeah. I mean, so then I'll start looking at it as in right where what might be happening.
Definitely.
We did a case at an house, and as I entered, the family dog, instead of wanting a fuss or wanting me out, it looked at me, came right up to me, and then it went off. So I followed it, and it took me to 2 things that were connected to what were issue. And then dog went and just stayed asleep for the rest of the night. So
right,
I took notice of that because
they
dogs,
good, aren't they?
yeah, they know what they're doing. Yeah. And then when I told them 2 things, I found out that's what it were all about, really. So
Yeah.
Yeah, animals are a good indication.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I would say they pick them up first, don't they? And kids.
Yeah. When daughter were 3, even now, she don't lie, and when she does for a bit of fun, you can tell. She's a terrible liar, no good at poker. I'm sure she won't be. But when she was 3, she definitely said that. She went, "Oh, you came into my room to check on me." And I'm like, "No." And then she went, "Actually, it weren't you. It looked like you. They were just checking on me. It were him at top of the stairs. I've seen him a few times." And then she passed. She just went on about a day. And I didn't make a thing of it. I just thought I could tell she meant that. And then she also mentioned it a bit after that as well. But I figured out what that were about, so that's okay. But she's told me a few other things as well.
Yeah. Oh, they do pick things up, don't the kids? Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. But yeah, so it's good.
All right.
Excellent, Charles.
Wow.
Yes.
Right, have a nice dinner.
Yes, have a good one. Yeah, I've just had my tea.
I've not had mine, actually. I'm going to have mine after this.
Oh, yeah. I've had mine. I'm full.
Bit late, actually, because I've got to be up back in work tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, same. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I walked to work through those fields, picture, but luckily at the moment it's just light enough for me to get across all right. So
I've got to go working nights. I don't have much of a choice.
Oh yeah.
I figured out that during working nights, if I put a positive to it, I can go and do some ghost hunting at night time on the train station.
Yeah. Yes.
Trains, so it's a bit of a positive there.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to work night.
A positive instead of a negative.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I worked at a train depot and I did nights. I enjoyed nights. After the after shift, no, I hate that shift. Nights or days, I'm fine. But nights at a train depot, it is hearing them trains, especially around 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Your body it goes through that. It slumps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're in cold because I used to do things outside as well. You're in cold. It's dark. You can hear a train in distance. It's
era.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't scare me or anything like that. It was just like it was also relaxing for me because where we live, if you live in a certain area, you cannot at night time. I used to go to sleep, and there were a guarantee that you can hear steelworks, you can hear bending metal, twisting, and it's got that right nice. It's got a right weird sound, and it becomes nice. So yeah, and then you can hear trains in distance shunting towards steelworks. That to me is relaxing because it's home. So, hi Jacqueline. So yeah, trains, things like that. Yeah, I love all that. Definitely.
Get myself, take my stuff with me to work. When I finish doing my job, that's what I can go and do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's like you said, a positive. Yeah.
Positive out of nights. It's so horrible. I've never done nights before. This is only the first time.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's that 4 o'clock in the morning bit. That's when you slump. Your body because normally you'd be asleep, wouldn't you? But
definitely.
yeah, you feel it as well. It's strange, but I must admit I enjoyed it in the end, Night Shift. But yeah, yeah, like I said, with trains, that it's atmospheric to me.
We'll have to see. I've not started them yet. It won't start till next year, just coming into next year.
Yeah,
So we'll see how we go on. Don't have to
definitely. Yeah.
We will all be out of work, basically. I'll find another job.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah,
Long to find another job. Been there like 9 years now.
yeah, that's it. No, definitely. So yeah, we will look at different subjects then.
Oh, what's this? Robert, 4 a.m, I'm getting home from that. Well, I can believe it of you, Robert, yeah.
Nice one, Robert.
Did that a few weeks ago. Oh no, I wouldn't do it again. That was way too much for me. Too old for that, Rod. Now. Friday after Halloween, it was. Oh God.
Oh, yeah. You see, I can do it. It's just
No, I won't do it again. That's
it
the last.
wipes. Yeah, it wipes me out.
I'll be doing it. It's a good job it was like weekend and wanting work.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it's I like it. I like walking in dark, even if it's first thing in day before the sun comes up. I like those times of day. It's cooler,
quiet,
peaceful. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, there's a few positives you can get out of it. Definitely.
Now I'm in bed for 10
minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me.
You can't beat a cup of tea at 10 o'clock, can you?
That's me, but unless I'm not getting into some kind of weird mischief, I'm always up to something, you know. But that's pretty much me. Oh, there's so many stories I've got to censor.
With you and Phil, I bet there is.
Oh God, yeah. Also, as well, I've always had dreams, so that it'd be a great one to cover. Dreams, dream interpretation, things like that.
Oh yeah,
I've always had from being very young. There's some that I can always remember. Yeah, I've always had dreams, so it's I've got a few to cover on that one.
Yeah, definitely have to do one on that.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get together on a list anyway, and we'll list them.
Yeah,
and then we'll whatever order they come in, we'll just do them week by week.
Yep, definitely. Yep, and yeah, there's a good few like news articles we could cover as well, because there's some stuff what science is finding, archaeology, and they're finding some amazing stuff. Things connected to King Arthur legend, biblical things are getting dug up all the time. So they don't even mention them. It's amazing. Some locations and features mentioned biblically are getting found, as in, right, well, this is a major part of the Bible story. It's there. We've just dug it up. You know, there's a lot of that getting found. There's a lot of that happening. So it's good to look at.
Yeah, definitely.
To look at.
Subjects.
Yeah, because the story that people tell us and the history people write, it don't mean it's right.
No.
Yeah. No. You got to look at who's wrote it and why was the benefit from writing it.
By the winners, it was never written by the losers, was it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Story, always.
Yeah. It's like Hannibal Lecter. A bunch of lots of history has been lost. It has.
Robert.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Hannibal Lecter, I mean, some would say that a bunch of hardened Roman soldiers went out to sort out a certain area, and then they get totally wiped out, and except for a couple of soldiers. They go back, and they don't want shame of saying we've lost to 4 people with sticks or whatever. So they'll go, wow, we came across this monster of a man. He ate us. He picked us up one by one and just ate us.
Yeah, but then that stories carry, don't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, they might have said it to go, we faced a thing way bigger than us, way more powerful. And reality is, it was just 4 guys what knew how to do the job well and fended them off. But they wanted it to be a bigger thing when they reported it back. But then that gets wrote into history. So it could happen the other way around as well. So it's like, yeah, that's always good to look at because some say a lot of legend is more accurate than so-called truth. So yeah,
because there was a little bit of truth and an awful lot of lies.
Yeah, it is, Robert. You're right there. People just lie.
Lies. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I got into a fight. There were 6 of them. Sorry, pal, there were 2. It's just, just what they do, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. It's like when people say in future, yeah, Jake Paul beat Tyson. They might say that, but they won't add Tyson with 58. That kind of thing, It's how you round it up as well. You miss context and detail, and then next one, it's just like this one sentence, just totally out of place. They do it a lot in media. They do it a lot, spinning lies, things like that. And you've got to look at that as a demonic plan as well. What is it? Oh, I forgot. John Cleese does audiobook. God, it's a great thing to listen to. So yeah, that's it. Let us know in comments if anyone's listened to the Screw Tape Letters. It's a demon explaining, a grand demon's explaining to another demon about taking over a man's will and the ways that they do it. It's an amazing thing to listen to.
Robert said, that's like a pilot. Would you say you've seen a UFO? Are you crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of ridicule in it, people are frightened of being ridiculed. So they just keep on.
Yeah, definitely. And then there's test results. Can you test this? I really need it to be a negative. It'll be a negative at end. Is a donor. It goes through everything. Yes. This is actually bad for you. Well, we'll do it. It's good for you today. It's constant, and we've seen it. We've had the pleasure of seeing it. Like tobacco, it's good for you. It's in. Sugar, really good for it. No, it isn't.
No.
They've done it, and they keep doing it, and But
keep doing it. That's I've been doing it.
Weirdly enough, I look at this from a paranormal point of view because demons lie, and that's why I talk about that Screw Tape Letters. If you listen to it, it talks to you about psychologically how to break someone down.
I did that for paternity.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there were literally a military section used to psychologically affect the British people. You can look that up. That's happened in the last few years. We know why. We won't mention it. Point is, that psychological effect and attack, it's also found demonically. But humans do it too. So Screw Tape Letters is really good to listen to.
You not admit anything Mr. Trump says.
Don't
No,
admit a
don't.
thing.
Right, we've just gone on 8 o'clock, so we're going to have to wrap it up.
Yes,
Dom.
definitely. Yeah. And I look forward to the future lives.
Yeah. Next week, we've got a subject for next week.
Yep, we have, definitely.
And we can
Yeah.
work on the rest after. So I'd like
Yeah,
to thank everyone for coming in and joining us tonight. And hope to see you next week.
Definitely. Yep.
Bye for now.
Awesome. Yep. Thank you, everyone.